Hey, what is up, stackers? Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I wanted to share some tips and tricks when it comes to buying silver. There's a lot of new stackers out there, and I really wanted to make this video so people understand what they're getting into when they buy that certain coin or that certain type of silver, because there is a difference, a huge difference. If you are new though, welcome. I hope you subscribe. I post daily videos, but I'm also doing a massive giveaway coming up. So the entry video is open. It's in the description. Now, when it comes to buying silver, it's so easy to just click buy, but if you don't think that purchase through, you might end up putting yourself in a terrible position that you don't want to be in. And that might not make sense right now, but I'm going to share some things that really puts some context behind that. Let me say something that I always do right off the bat, that has saved me from a lot of bad purchases. Before I even buy that coin that I'm looking at on APMEX or wherever, I think about how I'll be able to sell that coin, where I'm going to have to sell it to. What do you mean, Silver Slayer? Well, every single type of silver you have, whether it's a high premium coin, whether it's a poured bar, whether it's junk silver, is sold to certain places. If you have a semi-numismatic coin, meaning, a coin that has some collectability to it, you can't take that coin to your local coin shop. You have to sell that coin online on eBay to the direct buyer or the potential buyer. Coin shops, there's a middleman, plus they look at silver more as silver. They're going to look at the 1 ounce inside of that coin, not how pretty it is, not how collectible. Yes, there are some cases, but the majority of the time, you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck if you sell that semi-numismatic, aka high premium coin online. But a lot of people didn't really expect to sell online. Maybe you didn't even know that those types of coins have to be sold online. Let's break down what it takes to sell online. Okay, think about this. Let's say you have 500 ounces of silver, and they're all, collectible coins, or coins that have premiums where you can't just go dump it at your local coin shop like you can with generic rounds and bars. So eBay, it's 3 to 4 pictures per listing. So if you have, 500 to 1,000 ounces, we're talking about 1,500 to 3,000 pictures you have to take from your phone, send to your email, drag from your email, put it up on eBay, write out a description for each and every one of those coins, put the denomination, put everything in there. Then you have to package it and ship it out. Plus, you have to find customers. There's competition. You have to build a reputation on eBay. You can't just set up your account in one day and expect people to buy from you. Would you buy from someone that just made their account yesterday? No, it takes time. So I'm not trying to scare you, because there's definitely a solution to that, which I'll talk about later. I want this video to be more centered around buying the silver, but I will give you some tips when it comes to selling. But that's later on. So when it comes to realizing that a lot of your silver will have to be sold online, and if you don't want your entire stack to go that route, or maybe you would like to have an emergency stack that if you needed cash immediately and didn't want to wait to find that specific buyer, then you can. And that would be, just bars, cast bars. If you have some 10-ounce bars, 20-ounce bars, whatever, or generic rounds. You could even sell junk silver to local coin shops. That's another great type of silver you can sell there. But when it comes to any type of collectability, and I could even stretch this as far as poured silver, because a lot of poured silver is also sold for like the artwork. Poured silver is a whole different category. A lot of times there's lower mintage numbers because these people are hand pouring these usually in their garage, and it's almost like a piece of art. It's almost like a collectible. But at your local coin shop, he's going to buy, if it's a 5-ounce bar, he's going to pay whatever spot price is, maybe a little above that. But that bar, you probably paid for a lot more than that, and online you could sell more. You're going to the direct customer instead of the middleman. Now, don't get me wrong, every single local coin shop is different. I've interviewed 2 separate local coin shops in my area. One looks at silver as silver. He doesn't care how cool the coin looks or whatever. He's buying the 1 ounce inside of it. So if you bring in a Panda, which premium's $15 plus, or you bring in a generic round, he's going to give you the same price for both of those coins. But I'll say, well, I paid way more for this Panda. This Panda's way more collectible. He doesn't care. He's buying silver as a metal. But online, they don't look at it that way. The other coin shop is more of a collectible coin shop, more numismatic coins. So if I was going to sell, I would go there. So knowing and understanding the owner of each coin shop is also very important. This is important stuff. And by the way, there's a huge difference between a pawn shop and a coin shop. A pawn shop does not go by spot price at all. A pawn shop will offer you $5 for an American Eagle. And I'm not kidding. My friend actually just told me that he went in, and I was like, you went to a pawn shop, didn't you? He was like, yeah. I was like, exactly. Coin shops go by spot price. Pawn shops don't. So regardless, though, when it comes to selling, most of your silver will have to be sold online. Now, going back to what I was saying is, before I ever buy that coin, I think about how I'll be able to sell it, right? So if I already have, and diversity is key, if I already have a lot of high premium semi-numismatic coins, then I might want to balance my stack out and start buying a lot of weight. And that is actually what I need to work on, because I'm definitely one of those people that love the Pandas, love the slabbed coins, and I just love that stuff. I do need to work on, getting tubes of generics, maybe getting some more 10-ounce bars, just adding some weight to my stack. As a beginner, I highly recommend starting off with weight, because high premium silver is riskier and condition matters. Generic, bullion, junk, condition doesn't matter. Plus, it's low risk. So when you're thinking about selling, and what I just told you might have sounded a little scary, because I'll never forget this. When probably 4 or 5 years ago, someone emailed me and said, Slayer, I'm trying to liquidate some for retirement. He's been stacking for a while. He said, I never realized how much work it goes into selling on eBay. He said it's a full-time job. I mean, this guy has thousands of ounces. He says it takes him all day and all night listing all of that silver online. And he said, if I would have thought this through, I wouldn't have bought so much of this silver that has to be sold online. And that really did, kind of hit me, wow, that is true, especially when you think about the amount of pictures, and then shipping, and then PayPal fees and eBay fees. So what I recommend is this, because you're going to have to. I'm sure a lot of you already have silver that has to be sold online. What I recommend is this. Make an eBay page right now. Name it something catchy or whatever, because you essentially are turning your entire stack into a business. Right? One day you're going to sell, and you're going to be your own little local coin shop to some extent. I'm not talking about you have to rent out a store, but basically you are going to be doing that. You're going to have customers that are buying off you. It's probably not going to be like that Pawn Stars episode where that guy just walks into Pawn Stars, dumps a box of silver, and cashes out. That's not realistic in today's day and age, especially with the silver that we buy, and since premiums are a thing. But regardless, let's play this tape through, okay? So I recommend, creating a cool name or whatever, and even just sell 1 ounce every couple of months, 1 ounce every 6 months, 1 ounce a month, whatever you want to do. Because then in 5-10 years, when you are ready to sell, you will have built up reputation on eBay. So when you want to list more, you will have easy access to customers that have been buying off you, or at least you'll have seller ratings, hopefully 5-star seller ratings, that will allow you to sell your stack a lot faster than someone that's going to try to list their entire stack in a week. One, it's a lot more manageable to list your stack slowly online rather than do it at once. That would be just chaotic. Two, you're building seller ratings, right? That's really important. I don't think anyone, and plus you never want to sell your entire stack at once anyways. I don't think it's realistic for us to, when we're going to sell, to just start listing all our silver at once. I just don't think it's realistic. I don't think it would work in terms of getting your stack off quick, because it would take time to buy, sell, to get seller ratings. Think of it. If you were going to buy from someone on eBay, wouldn't you want to buy from someone who's been selling for years, that has lots of sales? And that also can come down to how you take care of your silver, how you store it. A perfect example, my friend bought a bar from a company, and they, even though it was a cast bar, it wasn't in the seal that it came in. And I was like, that's a perfect example of a bar that doesn't have to be in the seal, but just that little thing makes a difference. If you were going to buy a brand new bar, even if it was taken care of in perfect condition, wouldn't you still want it in the original seal? That stuff matters. Think about that when you're collecting your coins and taking care of them. Is, you're going to have to sell this one day, and the littlest thing can make a difference. That seal could make that guy start coming back, or not keeping it in that seal might push the guy away from ever going back to that person. Making sure it's organized, even how you list it online, all that stuff matters, but it all starts with buying. And that's why, before I ever buy that coin, I think, okay, how long will it take for this coin to appreciate? Is it going to be something that if I wanted to flip in a couple of years, I could, where the condition or condition matters, and it's a risky coin, especially if it's a slab, because if you buy an MS70 coin, PF70, and it gets milk spot on it, you might as well bust that coin out of the capsule and sell it as the raw coin, which could be hundreds of dollars of difference, especially if you're buying, MS and PF70 coins. Everything matters. All of this matters. Yes, stacking can be fun, and hopefully it is. The number one rule is buy what you like, because if you do, you'll never make a bad purchase. But when it comes to the investing part, when it comes to the profit making part, you got to think about this stuff. If you're just aimlessly buying and not thinking about selling or how to prepare or strategize, it's called a silver stacking strategy, you're setting yourself up to be in a pretty bad position, like my friend that emailed me 5 years ago that realized he was in way too deep over his head, which easily could have been manageable if he would have watched a video like this. And that's why I'm trying to share this type of information. So that's my tricks and tips, or a couple tricks and tips when it comes to buying. The main one, though, is before I ever buy that coin online, I think about how I'm going to be able to sell it. Will it be a coin that I could sell to my local coin shop, or will it be a coin I have to sell online? And is my stack balanced enough or diverse enough that I could do both, or have an emergency silver stash that I needed to sell? So yeah, what do you think? If you have any other tips, you could throw them in the comment section. If you learned something or thought about something or want to add something, let me know. I definitely think this is a conversation that beginners should hear. So hopefully if you are new and you never knew it, now you do. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.